Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes fans. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? Did you enjoy the trip to Portman Road? I want to make sure you get all your comments in as quickly as possible. It's Sunday, it's 10 o'clock, so it's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans in here, for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion matters, so get them comments in. Let's get going. It's kick-off time. Come on, you Foxes.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.
Morning all, how are you? I hope you're well, I hope you're good. Like I said, how's your weekend been? By the sounds of social media, last night and today, some fans watched one game, some fans watched the other game. I'm not quite sure where to take my views from today. I watched it on the TV, some were at the ground. We've got Reedy on in a minute that seems to think I watched a totally different game to win. We've got totally different views on this game, but I think a lot of you out there will have totally different views on the whole game altogether. I'm going to bring Reedy in now to get his views on it. How are you, pal? Are you good?
I am good. How are you?
Yes. So I went on our chat group last night, full of positivity, and within 2 comments from you, my positivity being drained because you were so negative yesterday. Why were you negative? What makes it different from you and me watching that game yesterday?
I think the one comment you said yesterday about the game was it was a battling performance. In my views, I did not see one bit of fight or passion in that game yesterday. Don't get me wrong, when the red card came out, fair enough, we did try hard and tried to get that point at least, and obviously we did do it in the end. But from like maybe the 15th, 20th minute after we started playing well, then we made that error with Vestergaard. Since then, up until the red card, they deserved to be beaten us. They did. Obviously, yes, they didn't have many chances on goal, but they dominated us in that on the pitch. They played better than us, and the wording in the chat was they scored us, and they did. I honestly thought they were better than us, and we didn't deserve really anything out of the game. And if it wasn't for the red card, honestly, I don't think we would have got anything out of it.
You're saying, which is a word that I've never used, schooled. We had 20 attempts on goal to their 12. Mads made one save all game. Their keeper had 6 saves to make. The possession was more. The passes were more. And you're still, to us, you're saying we got schooled.
And I'm going to say this, performance-wise, yes. Stats-wise, we got majority of all them like shots on target and whatnot were all when we were playing well. Like Tom says, the first 20 minutes we were on top. I think 2 of the shots on target came from them first few minutes. And then after, obviously, when we got the red card, that's when Ayew had that other shot on target. I think Shimari had a chance, but obviously went wide. There was a few chances where we did get more stats boosted in the moments when we did have more of the ball. But majority of the game, which is the middle point from about the 15th minute to the red card, so I don't know what time, about maybe 78th. That was all, in my opinion, they deserved everything they did, and what a goal to hopefully get the win, but obviously not enough.
I mean, we had chance. I know what you're saying. Yes, Tom made a good point. The red card changed the game. Yes, it did. But you still have to take advantage. And
yes,
everyone keeps saying, "Oh, you're a dinosaur. You're living in the old ages. You're old school, blah 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 blah." it's still harder to beat 10 men than it is to beat 11 men sometimes because they just pack the ball, pack the defence full. They don't bother going forward. They do nothing. They don't try. It's harder to beat 10 men than it is to beat 11 men sometimes.
I do get that. But obviously, we showed it at Southampton, and we showed it yesterday after the red cards and after the teams go down to 10 men. They don't even attack anymore. They just defend, which obviously that in that side of things, like you said, is harder to score against. But it just stops them from playing because they can't play how they were playing because they've lost a man. So I get the point of the stats show differently, but performance-wise for me, over the game, I felt like there was no. I feel like players let the Ipswich players run and pass without us trying to even interfere with the ball. Like we were just stood there majority of the game for me. We didn't really get stuck in. We didn't keep fighting for the ball. Like we missed a 50-50 run at him. He didn't. He just let him play round us. I think there was one where Ndidi didn't win the ball off one of their defenders, ran around him, and he didn't even stop anything. So again, I just thought we let them play, and I think it was the wrong tactic or how we set up or how we were told to play because we just didn't look like we were interested in trying to win the ball back in my eyes.
Just a quick one, Sumera. Who would have ever thought we'd have used that in a game changing?
Hey, do you know what, mate?
Bossed that, didn't he?
Do you know what? He did it against Man U. I thought he was brilliant against Man U, and he came on. I was calling for him in before this game. To be honest, I said I was calling him in the game, but I called him before the game. I think he starts over Ndidi now. People were saying yes, all of his Ndidi's brilliant stats, most tackles, most assists for the club. I'm sorry, performance-wise, Ndidi is the most bang average player in our team, and he deserves to be dropped now. Maybe stats will keep him in the team, but other than that, I'm sorry. Sumari fully deserves his start now, and hopefully we can get a bit of a run of games with him because people have written him off already before the last 2 games, and now he has to deserve to play.
I think you're right. Wilf used to be a quality central defender. CDM, sorry.
Yeah.
Can't get the words out then. This new position is probably not good for him, even though he looked well in the Championship last year. This new position he's playing is probably not the best for him, is it?
No, again, for me, it's his passing that's not up to standard. I think, I don't know, it feels like as much as I don't want to be horrible on him, he doesn't look comfortable on the ball. Every time he passes, he kind of has to side pass it because he hasn't got the greatest of passing. He feels a bit lanky in a way that he doesn't know how to use his body well with the ball. It's not, obviously his stats prove that he is a good tackler. He does get the most duels won and whatnot, but it's not all about the stats. It's about battling and the performance. And Sumari showed everything in that game. He was the reason we scored that equaliser yesterday.
Like Gray says, Sumari has been hit or miss. But he hasn't really had a decent run, a regular run in the team, has he? Because he's been here for, I think I said to you the other day, 4 years, hasn't he? And he's been in and out, and he hasn't had a decent run.
It's because he gets that one chance in certain games. Like the only one I can really go back to was the Chelsea game where we lost 4-0. It could have been 7, and people were saying he just didn't track back or he didn't run at all. He just jogs and. That's why when he plays in one game and he plays awful, he gets dropped. You need to give him a run of games. Again, against Man United, he has full 90 minutes, or maybe I don't know if he got subbed off, but he was a lot better in that game because he got a full run out, and then he comes on against Ipswich and he does what he does. He deserves to start.
Ryan says the whole team was bang average, no identity under Cooper. Players looked lost, like watching under Puel. I don't think it's like watching under Puel because Puel had a far better team than what we've got now.
It's not like watching Puel, but we tried to play the Enzo football again yesterday. Again, I'm not saying it's Enzo football. I'm just saying that's the style of play we went to play yesterday with Gardo in midfield. But the difference was from the first half against Forest to yesterday was the fact we just didn't look like we wanted the ball. We didn't want the control of the ball. We let them have control and we tried to try and get to them. So that's the difference. And I don't know if you in the style of play we played yesterday, you need to have the ball. And majority of the time, I don't think we did overall in the game. So it is what it is. Again, I don't think it was the best performance at all. I honestly don't think we deserved anything out of the game, if I'm totally honest, because of the way we played. But we got the win. We got the point, and a point's better than a good performance. So
let's bring Nick in on that moment. Yeah, you're saying we've got a point. We've played 10 games. We've got 10 points. If we keep that up, we'll be 38 points, which I think will make us safe.
Let's hope so.
Which I think we'll get an average of a point a game. We'll be fine. Nick,
so.
Morning, pal. How are you, mate?
I'm all right. Just it feels like at the minute, mate, being a Leicester fan, whatever happens, you can't bloody win. What more do people want? When are you going to wake up and realise we are where we are because we don't have the players we had 4 or 5 years ago? This team's got more fight in it than what went down with under Rodgers. And let's be fair, yes, okay, it's not pretty football, and we were poor at points yesterday. We could have easily won that. I could have had a second. Mavidi missed a bloody sitter. Just get behind them. Nobody get it out of your head that Cooper's going to get sacked and Potter's going to come and save the day. He's turned us down 3 times. Corberan, we won't pay the release clause. Get behind the lads. And Jamie, I'm talking to my fellow dinosaur here. If we have to go 4-4-2, we go 4-4-2.
Oh, I know everyone thinks, yeah, I love a bit of 4-4-2, but even I know that's not going to happen.
Jamie, I hate this tippy-tappy football, this Enzo Maresca football. Just because Pep Guardiola plays it, everybody has to play. You see it in like League One and League Two. They're all trying to do it. It's boring. Play to your strengths.
Hey, we did that. We did that the first 7 or 8 games, and it didn't. And it worked at times, but not enough.
Really,
that's why he switched back to the. That's why he's gone. Do you know what? Play how you want to play.
It's tippy tappy stuff. Honestly, it's all nice and pretty if you're at Manchester City and you've got the players to do it. It is, but we haven't got the players.
Jeffrey messaged me most weeks after the game with either a moan or a complaint or positive. And yes, he has been ripping Mavididi off. Sumari off for the last few weeks. But yeah, he changed the game, and he's also mentioned Mavididi in there as well. That I think Mavididi and even Fatua to an extent were a bit non-existent in that game yesterday, especially Mavididi. Mavididi lost interest.
Oh,
they were both poor.
Interest.
They were both poor. Let's be fair. Fats could have given away a penalty. I still think Ipswich were done by himself. I think that was a penalty. What Fatua did.
What very similar to what last year when KDH got took out by the defender.
Yeah,
it's penalty. They were both poor. Personally, I know people don't like Ayew. He's not glamorous enough. He's not a Fatua, but he works hard, and he works hard defensively and attacking. And let's be fair, that's twice now he's bailed us out of it right at the death.
Reese is going here. He's on about Cooper. We'll start. I can't do a poll on here at the minute, but the team's good enough. The manager isn't simply good enough. Reedy, what do you think? Because you flip flop all the time. I know the way.
Yeah. I want Cooper to succeed, but the style of football he plays before the last 2 games, I don't think was suited our style. I think this style we're playing now suits our style with the players we've got. But
Reedy, what's succession for Cooper in your eyes?
Succession.
Stay up.
Right. So where are we in the table? No, seriously, where are we in the table?
No, I get it. I get the point. If we're not in the relegation zone, everyone's apparently happy. What I'm saying is, yes, if we get 17th on the last game of the season, fair enough. But people look at the table saying it's fine. We're not in the relegation zone. We've got Man United and Chelsea coming up. We've got Man City coming up. We could be in the bottom.
Up any trees.
I know that.
They tonked us in the cup. They made 2 changes. We made 9.
Well, I'm just saying that the one with that's the difference. We've played a lot of easier games than we have got coming up. we could be in the bottom 3 in the next 5 to 10 games.
No game's easy in the Premier League, Reader.
No, maybe not. But I'm saying easier than what we've got coming up. I'm
And
just
let's be
saying,
fair,
I'm
it's a
not looking at
flip-flop.
this.
Who put Forest to be third after 10 games? It's a flip-flop.
You've got a good
Nobody
manager, mate.
knows
That's
what's going
why.
on.
Stop swearing. Stop swearing.
They've
No,
got a
but
good manager, mate.
it's
That's
true,
why.
J-Mac.
I know it's true.
Would
Who
you have said that after 10 games? I wouldn't have done.
That just shows how
It shows that
well
they've got a good
Forest
manager.
played. That just shows how well Forest played against us last week when they beat us 3-1. They're third in the table. It's like Villa last year. Villa were third or fourth most of the season. They managed to get Europe. I'm a bit
top of the
disappointed
Champions League.
I'm a bit disappointed some of the Forest fans are thinking they're packing the bags and renewing the passports for next year already. I'd hang fire a little bit, lads. It's not. I think, did I say Nottingham Forest then? I think I said Nottingham Forest. Sorry, it's Notts Forest, isn't it?
Oh, you've opened a can of worms with them in the chat.
Oh, I know. The Forest fans won't be on here today.
Or they will.
Forest were 15th when with Cooper this time last year. Yeah, Reedy. I think someone's having. Let's see what that comment was. There, Stephen Payne. Reedy. We seem to step up against the bigger clubs. We might well beat Chelsea and Man United.
Maybe so.
Sorry, I'm going back to old school roots here, and me being a dinosaur, we always used to play better against the bigger teams than we did the smaller teams.
Maybe so. But what I'm saying is, I think in my eyes, and this is me feel like I'm being positive in a way, that I feel like everyone's just settling with not being in that bottom 3, and that's all. If you're not in that bottom 3 that whole season, that's good enough. What I'm saying is we could get better than 17th. We have a team, for me, that can get higher than 17th. We're just not utilising it well. Again, we could have easier beat them yesterday. We just let them play. We let them want it more than us. We didn't even try and win the ball back.
No disrespect, Reedy, but you're showing your age a little bit, mate. You've got to be a bit realistic when.
What? It's not being realistic.
Hang on a second. No, be realistic, right? This isn't the team it was 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not saying
to get Europe. I'm just saying
it's not. No, but
we
what
can
I'm saying
clear
is,
ourselves out of this relegation zone before it even starts near the end of the season.
What I'm saying is, right, I put this in one of the comments on Facebook earlier on. The last 10 years, as Leicester City fans, we have been massively, massively spoiled. You probably don't remember the administration days stagnating in early doors in the Championship, let alone the years in the 90s when we had Martin O'Neill, McGee buggering off. Life as a Leicester City fan is a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. It is, J-Mate. It has its ups and downs. If you want to Europe or top 10 finishes and this, that, and every season in, season out,
I'm not
you're
saying
supporting the wrong club.
I'm not looking at the last 4 years and think we're still that. We're not. What I'm saying is the team we've got is better than Southampton, is better than Ipswich, is better than Wolves at the moment, is better than Palace at the moment. We should be getting more points than we have done in their first
and we have
games.
done. And by your counting there, right? Well, we should be at least 15th.
No, we should be at least 15 points by now.
Yeah, well, you can blame Connor Cody, can't you? For his
I get that.
And the VAR.
I do get that. What I'm saying is we're not utilising this team as much as I feel like we can do. That's all I'm saying.
I don't get what more he can. I don't get what more Cooper can do.
Hold on, Nick. But how? Really, go on then. Explain by what you mean by utilise.
I just feel like
how would a new manager get the best out of the team that Stevie Cooper isn't getting the best out of?
Thing is, I'm not a manager, so I can't know the whole in and out. So I can't know the whole in and outs of it. But what I'm saying is, I don't think this is not me saying Cooper out, by the way. I'm saying that I don't think Cooper has the knowledge to play the way that we are with the kind of possession-based tiki-taka football style that Enzo had or Pep has. He's kind of trying to go through. My way's not working, so let's go back to the last year's system and try it. And for me,
is that because of all the Wallies that are moaning left, right, and centre because Steve Cooper and Enzo was supposedly better?
Maybe so. And I feel like over the games that we played it against Forest, that's probably our best half of the season. in the first half. Yes, it didn't work as well yesterday because for me, we didn't even try to get the ball back. We need to hold the ball and play our way like we did in the first 15 minutes against Ipswich because it showed. The moment we stopped trying to win the ball, we let them play, and that's the difference between playing in our system and just not even caring. I feel
I
like
think
that's
under
what,
the circumstances, mate, I really do. And I've got a lot of respect for you, Reader, but I think under the circumstances of what we're under, especially in the summer, what was all hanging over our heads that never materialised. I think under the circumstances, we're doing a lot better than what people are making out we are. The way people are going on about it, it's like we're already like on record to beat Derby's points records of, being relegated with like 11 points. We're doing okay.
I'm not
Just get
saying
behind them.
I'm not saying we're not. I'm not saying we're going to get relegated. What I'm saying is, I think we could get. I'm just saying, and this is not me. Again, it's not me looking at previous years of how we've been top 10 and whatnot. I'm just saying that we could get out of this battle or relegation battle before it even gets started by the end of the season. We could be out of it and thinking, now there's no pressure on us. We can just play our football and be 15th, 14th, 13th by the end of the season. Right now, we're only 5 points off it, and that's only 2 wins, and we've got 2 games coming up that we could easily lose both.
Like Reece says, hold on a minute, Nick. Sorry, Jack Reedy. Reece says, it's fair enough, yeah, cracking point. I don't want to see my team have a negative attitude, sitting back and letting the other team come onto us. I want us to attack teams and give every game a go. Yes, totally agree with that. I would love to see that. But what manager is going to come here and do that? First of all, he's got to shore up the defence, correct? Because we're letting too many sloppy mistakes. We've got to try and cut the mistakes out. What Nick's saying, I totally agree with. But you've got to get that defence. We're making chances, apart from Forest. We are making chances, game in, week out. That is the thing we've got to do. Get that defence. I can't see another manager coming in and changing it overnight, just like that. You might get a new manager.
Hey, I'm asking for a new manager. I'm asking for a new manager.
Bounce. Yeah, but there's thousands of others that are.
Maybe so.
Thousands. I bet if I did a poll of what's on here now, of the people, of the 240 odd people we've got watching now, I would get 50-50 split on Cooper in, Cooper out. Probably more just on the Cooper out than there is the Cooper in. Because I bet Nick's with me and I bet you're not with me.
I've got 4 names. I've got 4 names of replacements that people have been saying that they seem to want. You already know what one of them is.
All I want people to do is put, yes, Chris Wall, best form of attack. Sorry, where are you? Best form of defence is attack. All I want people to do now in the comments, I just want simple in or out. That's all I want. Just simple comments saying in or out. Yes, mistakes have been made. We know there's a comment there. Sorry, Phil. I didn't mean to put your comment up. Someone said mistakes have been made. Where's that? Sorry, I can't find it now. See all these comments. We're scoring in every game. At least we're making chances. It's in, out, in, out. There's a lot of doing the hokey cokey there. Only one word, AD. See, it's all 50-50. Fans are still not. There's some fans that want him out. Some fans there's going to be no win or loss on this whatsoever.
Hey, I said at 7 games in after the Bournemouth, the Bournemouth game, that the next 3 games we need 6 points minimum, and we got 4, which is fair enough. But I'm still not out after that 10 games. I said that I'd make a decision after them 10 games because of the amount of teams we played in that 10 games that should be winnable or we should be getting more points out of. But I will give him the next couple of games because again I know it's going to be hard for him and I want him to do well, but I just don't think he's getting the most out of the team. I honestly don't. That's
somebody on the comments has flashed up has put Rudkin out.
Yeah, I know. Let's forget about that one. I'm not going down that route.
What I'm trying to say is, Jamie, that is the one out we do need, and Whelan. They're the reason why the club is in the mess that it's in. If we didn't have those Wallies in charge, we'd be fine.
Shall we talk about some positives, though?
From you.
Soumare. He deserves to start versus Man U. Thank you.
Against who? Against Ndida?
Yes, over the Ndidi, easily.
Look at his stats.
Oh, I don't want to even talk about his stats anymore. It's getting boring listening to his stats. Every game I watch him, he's bang average and he doesn't even do well. His stats have just been really overdone recently. And he's not even had an assist in about 5 games, has he? So
is it not occurred to you that Simari might be putting in a decent half performance yesterday and then his little flash pan in the cup game to try and get a move away in January?
No,
He's still got,
because
I think he wants to get back into the team.
Come off of it. I've never seen him.
I'm not agreeing with you this, Nick, because I think Simari's lost a bit of timber round his and he's built up his top half and he's not getting pushed off so easily.
People have written Simari off because of the past seasons where he's not done great. This is a new manager, new season with him. Give him a chance. I honestly think he's a better all-rounded player at the moment than Ndidi. Maybe, yes, Ndidi in the past was brilliant. But on the ball, passing-wise...
According to the stats, he's still doing a decent job.
Well, over the last couple of games where he hasn't had an assist, he hasn't done too much in my eyes.
Why is it up to Ndidi as a defensive midfielder up to assist? His whole thing is to break up the play.
People are saying he's got most assists for us. That's another reason why he's starting. That's what I'm saying.
From defensive midfield.
No, because the assists he did get were in the attack when he was playing in the cam role.
So you're saying now Ndidi's our new number 10?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's when he got all of his stats for. He got moved back into that DM role because we're playing an actual attacking midfielder now, and that's the difference. Sumare, for me, in the last couple of games, has shown and deserved to get into this team for at least.
Why don't you bring Sumare in with Ndidi? Play them both together.
Here's a question for you: Has Sumare been let to play like this over the last few years?
How do you mean?
Has he? Sorry, that I worded that wrong. Sorry. Has he been not allowed to play his natural game?
Yes, I think so. I think under Rodgers he was been put in to play more of a defensive role, like Ndidi has been. What I'm saying is he's more of a box to box. He can run up and down the pitch, and that's what he showed yesterday. He won a tackle off one player, then barged another player and run the whole pitch, and then got the assist of the assist to score the goal. For me, that alone is what gave us the equaliser yesterday. Without that, we wouldn't have scored.
I think, though, really, you need to be realistic in the fact that he needs to do the defensive side of things because, like Jamie said, that back four is shaky at the best of times. So, for me, that's why you keep the Ndidi in because he's got the most tackles, for example. You know, he's up there. So, it's what do you want to do? Do you want to keep the protection on the back four or do you want to...
It's weird to see a lot of people. It's weird to see a lot of people agreeing with me for once.
Yeah, well, they're agreeing with you as well. They're agreeing with you, which makes me even. I might as well not be here. I'll just leave you two on.
It's up to.
No,
I'm not. It's a double-edged sword. You either do or you don't you?
He's put in Sumare for a reason. The last couple of games, yes, against Man U, fair enough. He put a whole B team out, but he could have put Skip on. Again, you can
forget the Man U game.
I know that. No, I know that. I'm saying this.
Cup's not priority.
He could have put. Was Skip on the bench yesterday?
Yes.
I'm saying he could have put him on. He was a new signing, but he gave Sumari a try because he know how well he did against Man U. So for me, just that assist alone in that game yesterday, for me, deserves a bit of a chance. And like Phil says, people have just put a blanket over it and said he's not good enough. That's it. It's like Daka. As much as I agree, he's had a woeful time with us over the time, but it could be this could be a brand new signing in a way for us.
Sorry, did you mention Daka? Though, hasn't it? He's only played one game this year. I think 2 games.
What? No, I'm saying that people just kind of write players off because of how shit they've been. I agree. Daka's not been great for us at all over his time.
You love child reader. You love it.
Hey, spells he's
get over Daka, right?
I am.
We all got excited when he come because he played with Haaland and Salzburg and this, that, and the other. But some players can't do it in the English game. Look at Lukaku. He's a beast in Italy.
No, I'm just
he comes over, he's crap.
I'm just stating the fact of people scapegoat or put a name over a player because over the past he's been crap, which I get. Indeed, Dak has not been great, but Sumare could be a new signing for us. He went over on loan to Sevilla last year, come back, and he seems a different player. That's all I'm saying. I feel like you've got to give him a chance. And at the moment, he's been better than Ndidi the last couple of games when he's been playing.
20 minutes.
I'll give you that. He has played. He changed the game though yesterday, Nick.
Yeah, but for 20
minutes,
minutes, like Phil said down in the comments, in 3 years he's had 20 minutes or so.
Again, that's writing him off from the last 3 years.
Is that really enough to warrant a start? That's all I'm saying.
Chris, just one thing, Chris, before you go anywhere, I don't think we can afford to sign the 14th best player in the world.
Yeah, 15 million.
Well, that's yeah.
That's what we could have got him for.
Well, yeah, but we all know why. No money.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not going to talk about the Man U game because that is for Phil to do tomorrow night and the Thursday night focus as well. And that means I've got a preview show, hasn't it? I've got a preview show.
What for?
Sorry, I've got the builders in. It's a bit noisy at the minute. Sorry. Right. We'll have to call that quits now. They've just started work. That's bit. Nick, thanks a lot, pal.
Cheers, guys.
See you again soon.
Oh, there you go. See ya.
Cheers, Nick. Reedy, it's been much appreciated. Sorry about to cut it short a little bit.
It's all right.
But yeah, you going Man U next week?
I am, yes. Going to Old Trafford twice in 11 days, which is going to be fun.
Patrick, how's the weather? Absolute fan-dabby doozy. It's fantastic, mate. It's fantastic. Like Tom says, Sumay's given enough game time and at the club deserves to start
I think as much as people have an opinion on him from the last couple of years, scrap all that, as in not scrap it, but put it aside and give him this chance now. It could feel like a brand new signing. I called at the start of the season. We have got backup that we've not used for a while, and it could feel like a new signing for us. Just give him a chance. If he doesn't do well, I'll say it. But at the moment, he deserves it.
Yeah, hold on a minute, Andrew. It's 11:30 here where is it? It's 11:30 here. So on a Sunday. So at least they're here on a Sunday, which is not too bad. Right, it's a new kitchen, Tom. It's a new kitchen I'm having done. Just taking so long. Right, lads and lasses, I'm going to go. Reedy, much appreciated, pal.
Yes. I'll see you next week.
Yes, see you again soon. And don't forget, I'm there. Next home game, I am back. Chelsea at home, I am there. So come and say hello. We've got 2 more shows before that, so we'll be all right. We'll have a good chat before then. Rightio, Reedy, we shall see you later, pal. Be good.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining, everyone. Sorry for the noise in the background. Can't be helped, unfortunately. I've got to get the work done somehow, so... Phil's on Monday night at 7:30. We've got the football focus on Thursday night. Sam and Reedy's match tactics for the Man U game. And me next Sunday before the game. So it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye, yappy da. Come on, you foxes. There goes the final whistle.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.